Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wonderful Relationships. Today we're talking about the power of self-care and boundaries in building healthy relationships. For years, I looked for love in all the wrong places. The most important relationship is the one with yourself. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Healthy boundaries create relationships built on respect and love. Let's break down this journey in 10 simple steps. Get ready to transform your relationships. Chapter 1. A love letter to yourself. So, what exactly is self-care? Now, I'm not talking about bubble baths and face masks, although those can be lovely. It's about listening to your own needs, your own heart, recognizing when your cup is empty and filling it up again. Think of it as a love letter to yourself, nourishing your mind, body, and spirit. Making choices that support your well-being. Saying yes to yourself and no to things that drain you. When you practice self-care, you show up as the best version of yourself. You're more patient, understanding, and present, able to give and receive love in a healthier way. Remember, you deserve to be cared for, and it all starts with you. So make a promise to prioritize your well-being. You won't regret it. Chapter 2. The Guardians of Your Heart. Now, let's talk about boundaries. Oh, this one took me a while to learn, but let me tell you, it's been life-changing. Boundaries are like invisible fences around your heart, your time, and your energy. They define what you will and will not accept from others. They're not about shutting people out. They're about protecting your own well-being. Just like a fence around a garden protects the beautiful flowers inside, boundaries allow your relationships to blossom. Think about it. When you don't have clear boundaries, people can take advantage of your kindness, your time, or your generosity. It can leave you feeling resentful, drained, and even hurt. But when you set healthy boundaries, you're saying, I respect myself, and I deserve to be treated with respect too. And that, my friends, is incredibly powerful. Chapter 3. Your Wellspring of Joy. Now let's dive a little deeper into the incredible impact self-care has on your overall well-being. When you prioritize your own needs, you're not being selfish, you're being smart. Think about it. When you're feeling stressed, exhausted, or overwhelmed, it's like trying to pour from an empty cup. You simply don't have the energy or emotional bandwidth to show up fully in your relationships. But when you take the time to replenish your own well-being, whether it's through exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, or simply taking a few moments for yourself, you become like a wellspring of joy, energy, and love. And that positive energy spills over into every aspect of your life, including your relationships. You're more patient, more compassionate, and more present. You're able to handle challenges with grace and resilience. Chapter 4. Boundaries, the antidote to burnout. We've all been there, feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and completely burned out. It's like running a marathon with no finish line in sight. But let me tell you, setting boundaries can be the antidote to burnout. When you have clear boundaries in place, you're able to protect your time and energy. You learn to say no to commitments that drain you and yes to activities that nourish your soul. It's about creating a healthy balance between giving to others and giving to yourself. And believe me, when you start saying no to the things that don't serve you, you create space for the things that truly matter. Remember, you deserve to wake up feeling energized and excited about your life. Don't let burnout steal your joy. Set those boundaries and reclaim your well-being. Chapter 5. Communication, the bridge to healthy boundaries. Now, let's talk about the secret ingredient to establishing and maintaining healthy boundaries: communication. It's like the bridge that connects your needs and desires with the people in your life. Open and honest communication is essential for setting clear boundaries. Let your loved ones know what your limits are, what you're comfortable with, and what you need from them to feel respected and supported. Sometimes, setting boundaries can be uncomfortable at first, but remember, you're not asking for permission, you're simply communicating your needs. Use I statements to express yourself clearly and respectfully. For example, instead of saying, "You're always late," try saying, "I feel disrespected when you're late for our plans." Remember, communication is a two-way street. Be open to listening to the other person's perspective as well. Chapter 6: Respecting Boundaries, the Golden Rule of Relationships. Now that we've talked about setting boundaries, let's talk about the equally important counterpart, respecting boundaries. It's like the golden rule of relationships. Treat others' boundaries as you would want yours to be treated. When someone sets a boundary, it's a sign of self-respect and a desire to protect their well-being. It's not a personal attack on you or a sign that they don't care. Respecting boundaries means honoring the limits that others have set, even if you don't fully understand them or agree with them. It means listening attentively when someone communicates their needs and being mindful of their boundaries in your words and actions. Remember, respecting boundaries builds trust, strengthens relationships, and creates a safe and loving space for everyone involved. Chapter 7: A Gift to Your Mental Health. Let's talk about the incredible benefits of self-care for your mental health. You know, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. It's about nurturing your mind, body, and spirit. When you prioritize self-care, you're giving yourself the gift of peace, joy, and resilience. It's like building a strong foundation for your mental well-being. Self-care can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to meditate, practice gratitude, or engage in activities that bring you joy. It's about listening to your inner voice and honoring your needs. And remember, it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Whether it's reaching out to a therapist, counselor, or trusted friend, seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Chapter 8: Boundaries, the cornerstone of trust. Trust is like a fragile thread. It takes time to build but can be broken instantly. Setting and respecting boundaries strengthens trust in relationships. Clear boundaries show respect for yourself and others. Mutual respect creates a foundation of trust. Trust is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. Boundaries are the building blocks of that foundation. Chapter 9: Self-care, your secret weapon in conflict resolution. Conflict is a natural part of any relationship. But how you handle conflict can mean the difference between a relationship that thrives and one that withers. And let me tell you, self-care can be your secret weapon in conflict resolution. When you're feeling triggered or overwhelmed during a disagreement, it's easy to react impulsively or say things you might regret later. But when you've been prioritizing self-care, you're better equipped to handle conflict with grace and understanding. Taking a few moments to calm down, gather your thoughts, and practice self-compassion can make all the difference. Remember to breathe deeply, step away from the situation if needed, and come back to the conversation when you're feeling more centered. Chapter 10: Long-term benefits, reaping the rewards of self-care and boundaries. Now let's talk about the long-term benefits of making self-care and boundaries a non-negotiable part of your life. It's like investing in your future happiness and well-being. When you consistently prioritize self-care and set healthy boundaries, you'll start to notice a ripple effect throughout your life. Your relationships will become stronger, your communication will improve, and you'll experience a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. You'll attract people into your life who respect your boundaries and appreciate your commitment to self-care. And you'll find that you have more energy, more compassion, and more love to give to the world. Remember, self-care and boundaries are not selfish acts. They're the foundation of a happy, healthy, and fulfilling life. Your journey to wonderful relationships starts now. We've covered so much ground today, from understanding the importance of self-care and boundaries to exploring their incredible benefits in our relationships. And I hope you're leaving today feeling empowered to prioritize your well-being and create healthier, more fulfilling connections in your life. Remember, self-care is not selfish. It's essential. It's the key to showing up as the best version of yourself in your relationships. And boundaries are not about shutting people out. They're about protecting your heart, your time, and your energy. Thank you for joining me on this journey to wonderful relationships. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more inspiring content and share it with your loved ones. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.